Dear friends, I hope all of you are keeping well, busy with your studies. You have finished the exam, especially class 10, class 12 students. They are thinking of registering in CA Foundation. It is a good thing. You have to go for any of the course and CA is one of the option. ये नहीं बोलते हैं कि CA is the only option. There are different options are there. You have to choose any one option, right? Then there is a very big change in CA total syllabus. Now in this video I am going to tell you the total changes in the syllabus starting from CA Foundation, Intermediate and Final. As you know, the big changes, as I am telling you, there is paper changes, articleship period changes, and most importantly, negative mark has come in all the steps starting from Foundation, Intermediate and Final. All the steps there are negative marking. Then another one is your closed book exam and partially or fully opened book exam option is also coming. So please keep your attention to the screen. We shall discuss everything in detail. There are two modes of entry to the CA course, and one is your foundation, another one is your direct entry. This is your step. Then we have to follow the foundation. Let us discuss this. First, you can register with the CA Foundation course after passing class 10 exam. But friends, आपका जब रजिस्ट्रेशन होगा और एग्जाम डेट का अंदर 4 months एटलीस्ट गैप रहना चाहिए और आपको क्लास 12 का एग्जाम खत्म होना चाहिए. देन ओनली यू कैन अपीयर सीए फाउंडेशन. सो सीए फाउंडेशन के लिए पॉइंट 1, you have to complete 4 months of study. Second, your class 12 exam is over. Then we are coming to your step 2. Step 2 is, suppose you pass the CA Foundation, pass the class 12 exam. You have to pass both the things in order to enroll in the intermediate, that is class 12 and CA Foundation. So register for intermediate course and intermediate course will begin. Then we are coming to the direct entry. डायरेक्ट एंट्री में आपका 2-way एंट्री. वन इज योर कॉमर्स, अनदर वन इज योर नॉन कॉमर्स. सो कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट, दे हैव टू, ग्रेजुएट होने से आपको 55% मार्क चाहिए. 55%. अगर आप पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट होते हैं कॉमर्स में तब भी 55%. But other than commerce, people can also enter to this profession, and this is 60% in graduate, or if you want to after postgraduate, that is also 60%. So score 60% in graduation or in post-graduation and you can enter even if you are a non-commerce student. If you are a commerce student, in place of 60%, it is 55% in graduation either or in post-graduation. So this is one way. Then the next one is you have to qualify. If you are, suppose you are not scoring this percentage of mark, but if you have qualified CMA intermediate or company secretary intermediate, then also you can enter to the CA Intermediate directly. So in this way, you can enter to ICAI Intermediate either by foundation or by direct entry. Then let us come to after registration of the intermediate, 2 steps are to be followed. 2 steps before registration for 2 steps before register for 2 years practical training. As far as ICAI Intermediate, after study period of 8 months, pass both the groups. So you will register for the intermediate and there should be a study period of 8 months. Foundation में 4 months था. And if you pass both the groups, then you are qualified as a CA Intermediate. And you have to go for ICAI TSS training, that is your information technology training. Then you can start the practical training or articleship period. So before articleship period, after qualifying your CA Intermediate, you have to complete the information technology integrated course, that is ICAI TSS. Then practical training will start. It is again there is a big change. You have to register for 2 years of practical training and पहले था 3 years, अभी न्यू सिलेबस में 2 years. But within these 2 years, you can only take 24 days of leave, that is 12 days per year. And this articleship period or that 2 years period, there will be no exam. Only you can take some online exam as stipulated by the institute, that we shall come in detail. Then you can enroll for CA final. After 2 years of practical training, you have to complete 4 things before the final exam. That means during articleship period, you can also register for final, but you cannot appear that one. So step 1, आपका फाइनल एग्जाम का आगे स्टेप 1, रजिस्टर फॉर CA फाइनल. एंड जो आपका 4 सेल्फ पेस्ड मॉड्यूल्स, that will be exam will be conducted online, and you have to complete that 4 self paced modules, that is your A, B, C, D, we shall come in detail, and complete advanced ICAI TSS training, that is advanced information technology course, and 2 years of practical training. So before final exam, you have to complete these 4 steps. Then only you can appear the CA final exam. Then appear final exam after 6 months of practical training. That means during the practical training, you are not allowed to appear CA final exam. And between practical training and CA final exam, there should be a gap of at least 6 months. And God wish you pass both the groups in CA final. Go for ICAI membership. You can get ICAI membership. Suppose you want to get the certificate of practice, then you have to take the training in a CA firm for again 1 year. Then your mission is complete and you are becoming a full-fledged CA. Let us come to the course. Suppose you are not successful in the exam. If you are successful, it is mission complete. If you are not successful, then you may apply for BAA, Business Associate Certificate. And if a student will pass CA final, then this certificate will stand withdrawn. That means after intermediate and practical training, if you don't pass your CA final, then you can go for BAA certificate, Business Associate, and you will continue to appear CA final. As soon as you pass the CA final, that BAA certificate will stand withdrawn. So you will again be a complete CA. Then let us come to the big changes in CA foundation. The pass mark is 50%. Earlier 50% in each paper. Earlier it was 40%. Please keep it in mind. And minimum paper percentage, aggregate is also 50%. Earlier aggregate was 50%. Only change is paper wise 50% in new syllabus. And earlier it was 40% minimum paper wise and aggregate 50%. There is no change in aggregate marks. Then CA registration. There is again a very big change. Earlier there was no time period for extending the registration. Now the registration initially is for 5 years and it can be revalidated for again 5 years. So total 10 years. Suppose a person cannot pass within 10 years of registration of intermediate, then he has no option but to leave CA. Again in CA intermediate also, pass mark in each paper is 40% and aggregate is 50%. Now, then comes the CA intermediate course. Now this is 6 papers. Earlier it was 8 papers. But I am telling you that you are giving more than the effort which was needed earlier. You have to give more effort. Now it is 6 papers and 2 groups, 3 papers. And if a person get a exemption, then he has to score 50% in each of the remaining paper. Suppose there are 3 papers and some person get exemption in 1 paper, then in the remaining 2 papers, each of the subject he has to score 50%. That has been introduced and 3 attempts are given for exemption. Then there is again a change, that is the exemption can be availed further subject to passing of marks 50% in each paper. Earlier it was 40%, so this is a change. Earlier if you get an exemption in other paper, the minimum number was 40%. Now it is 50% in each paper. In case of you get an exemption in 1 paper. Then comes the CA foundation. As you know, there are 4 papers have been there. Paper 1 accounting, business law, quantitative aptitude and business economics. Then the business law, there is a big change. Now the business law is a dedicated 100 marks paper. Earlier 60 marks paper was there, and a part of the CA intermediate law will be transferred to CA foundation business law, and I hope contract act may be transferred. And the communication skill is concerned, that will be taken care of during the training period. Then there is a change in paper 4, that is business economics. Now it is 100 marks. Earlier it was 60 marks. And CA intermediate में आपका जो economics from finance था, that will be transferred to your CA foundation, and in CA foundation business economics will be 100 marks paper. Then we will come to, as far as business and commercial knowledge is concerned, that has been, the business and commercial knowledge has been totally dropped, and institute is of view that that will be taken care during the practical training. Then revalidation of registration of CA foundation course. The foundation course is for 4 years. Here there is a very big change. You have to pass the foundation within the 4 years and no revalidation. Intermediate final में revalidation is there, but in CA foundation the registration is for 4 years and there is no revalidation, and student can opt for direct entry. Suppose a student cannot pass in CA foundation within 4 years, then he has another option is left out, that is your direct entry. Then CA intermediate paper 1 में आपका 3 papers are there. Advanced accounting 100 marks, corporate law 100, cost and management accounting 100. ये जो advanced accounting 100 marks earlier, there are 2 accounting paper was there. Now in the advanced accounting you will see all the 2 papers will be there, and a part of the accounting paper will be transferred to CA foundation. So advanced accounting has been made huge syllabus. It is really huge. Then you come to group 2, taxation, direct and indirect tax 100, auditing and code of ethics, financial management and strategic management. That financial management and strategic management, this is coming under paper 6A, paper 6B, 50 marks each. As I like to tell you, there was 8 papers in CA intermediate. Now you are getting 6 papers, and that instead of 2 papers in accounting, in the current scheme there would be single paper titled advanced accounting. Friends, I am telling you, advanced accounting has become very, very big. Then comes the paper 1. As I have told you, in CA foundation, the paper 1 has been also made big, because a part of the CA intermediate syllabus will be transferred to CA foundation. Then in the CA intermediate there will be closed book exam. Open book or partially open book exam is on CA final, that we shall come. Closed book exam. 30% assessment by case studies, that is practical training, case law, etc. And this will be MCQ. So 30% will be MCQ, 70% will be descriptive paper. So total basis में partially the paper is descriptive and partially it is objective, MCQ. And so far as the MCQ is concerned, you will have a negative marking, right? 40% marks in each individual paper. It is the requirement, and 50% mark in aggregate. But exception, if you get a exemption, then 50% in each paper, remaining paper you have to keep. But normally it is 40% marks in individual paper, 50% aggregate, 25% negative marking for each wrong answer. Suppose a MCQ contain 4 marks, then 25% 1 mark will be deducted for wrong answer. 25% negative marking. So if it is 1 mark, then 0.25 will be the negative mark, or 1/4 mark will be your negative marking. So a very big change. Negative marking was not there in CA. Now it has been introduced everywhere. Then comes the CA final paper. That a CA final paper, maybe 2 groups are there, and the first group contain financial reporting 100 mark, advanced financial management 100, advanced auditing and professional ethics is also 100. Then group 2, direct tax, indirect tax, international taxation 100 marks, indirect tax 100 marks, integrated business solution. This is multidisciplinary case study with strategic management. That is also 100 marks. Here in this paper 6, there will be very big change. Then comes the CA final paper में, paper 6 में, the remaining 2 paper, existing course में आपका ये था 8 papers, but the remaining 6 papers, remaining कितना 2 papers, that will be taken care of by self-paced online modules. That I am coming to that one. Then let us come to module A. There are 4 self-paced modules, and from the module A is your set A, economic law. This is compulsory online module. Economic law, you have to, there is no choice here, and economic law you have to study. It will be an online module and online exam. Then set B, strategic cost management and performance evaluation. This is also compulsory online module. That is your set B. But set C and set D mein, there are options are there. Let us come to your set C. Set C mein risk management, integrated sustainability reporting, government accounting and digital ecosystem transformation, like this. There are 10 options are there. Out of the 10 options, you have to choose any one. Out of the 10 options in module C, that is set C, you have to choose any one only. Then here is also a change. Then comes the set D. Set D mein, this is actually under the new education policy 2020 as declared by the government of India, that multidisciplinary approach has been introduced. And set D, there is a total change. It was not there. Constitution of India, psychology, entrepreneurship and communication philosophy. So out of these 4, you have to choose any one in D. Then in the final level also, friends, there are 30% assessed by way of case study, etc., MCQ, 70% descriptive, and mandatory multidisciplinary case study paper will be there. And if you continue with this, my video, you will get all the updates, and I hope you will like this and you will continue with this. Again, you see, CA final passing criteria, there is a very big change. At least 40% mark in each paper and 50% marks in aggregate to pass the group. Again 25% negative marking for wrong answer. Same it was also same in foundation, in intermediate and final. If a MCQ is say 1 mark, 1/4 will be the negative marking. If it is 4 marks, that is 1 mark will be the negative marking. It will be deducted. Then friends, the stipend. It is a good news. All of you are very much interested to increase the stipend, and institute has increased the stipend by 100%. In present, whatever the stipend institute rule is there, it will be 100% increase, I should say double, during the articleship period. Then comes the industrial training. During last year of the articleship period, you can go for industrial training for 9 months to 1 year. Not more than 1 year industrial training, but at 9 months, at least 9 months to 1 year practical training. And we have discussed everything, and if you want to contact me, I have also given that numbers, and I hope all of you will have a great joy in joining the new course. But nothing has been finalized so far. As I have told you in my earlier video, there is a likely chance November 23 also I don't feel that new syllabus will be introduced. Maybe in May 24 there is a very likely chance the syllabus will be introduced. It is at a nascent stage. There are a lot of discussions will be there. So after that only it will be implemented. Thank you all for your patient hearing. Let us go for the next video.